Hi, you guys. It's Marissa. I was very flattered that I had a few comments that you guys wanted to see a flip through of my En Masse, I still don't know how to say it, journal. And I am going to say that it's completed. I haven't touched it, oh gosh, for probably about a week or two. So that's how I know that I'm pretty done with it. There are, some spaces that are not completely filled, but this to me is pretty full. I also wanted to do, I'll do it in another video, but is this my first journal, I think, from Gina at the Rebookery? And I'm going to say that this is pretty much, there's some, blank pages, but for the most part, we'll see. This is done. So I wanted to do a flip through of this as well, but I'll do that on another video. I'm waiting for something, a fun haul from Etsy and Pretty Little Studio that I'm excited to show you guys. So when that comes in, I'll show you that too. But here we go. So I said it before that I have seen these En Masse journals and glue books and things all over YouTube, but I was really inspired by Adele, Inky Quill. And I've been a long time follower and fan of hers. And when I joined her Patreon, I got like a really good look at her working in these. And I showed you this one. I started actually in this. I started in something like this before I even knew what this was. But recently, I think I was showing you some pages that I just was going crazy gluing in this one. And that's what started this. So, or no, that started, then I did this, then I went back to the other one. Anyways, here it is. It's a Frankie magazine. Because I cut images out of these, it wasn't the full entire magazine, so there was a lot of pages missing, which made it good for me. The tabs got pretty beat up, but these are what I came up with. Some were harder than others, and you'll see the ones that are probably why they're empty. I have nothing in the front here. I'm probably just going to leave it. I started it in September of this year, and hopefully, see, it's going to be all shadowy, but let's do this. So this is blue, everything blue. Probably just going to fill that up if I can. And I've seen a lot of these books where they're just like strategically placed, and in some pages I did, but then most I just collaged it. As long as you could see what I was trying to put down. I didn't want to make it too much of a like a project where it was hard. I was making it harder than it needed to be. This was labels. This actually turned out it was not going to be these kinds of labels. Or no, yes it was. It was only going to be clothing labels. But then I didn't have a lot of those coming in, and I wanted to get this filled up. So it was random things I'd actually found in my stash, like chopsticks, a notebook, oh gosh, a pet bed, my makeup, just all kinds of different, watermelon. So that's what I ended up doing. And I'm glad I was able to get it, filled up. This is yellow. I really like the way that these came out. I saw a lot of people painted the backgrounds the color that they were going to do for that page. I never got around to it. Kind of wish I did, but it's okay. And this is stickers, and I haven't finished this because it was just, I was getting annoyed. And another page I was getting annoyed at as well was the die cut page. But I just found like a lot of these big stickers from my Flow magazines, and I just started sticking them down. But this is where I feel like it can just become like a Mod Podge of stuff. But anyways, this is supposed to be stickers, or it is stickers. Here's food. This is clothing. And then I started putting in like die cuts. It's really hard to find little images. I guess I could cut it off of like models, but I was trying to find things that I thought were cute. So that was, kind of hard towards the end to try to find little ones that were cute. This is not. This is jewelry. And fortunately, I had a lot of jewelry because when I used to do, well, I still do mixed media, but I had cut so many rings and necklaces out to put on like girls' heads and, watches to use as belts. So I had a whole stash of this, and I hadn't used it in years, so this was perfect. So this was jewelry. As you can see, I like my diamond rings. Got a lot of diamond rings out. This was girls, and it was just going to be like full-bodied girls because I have a faces page too. It just gets hard, like I said, to fill in these little pieces when you put, you know, little ones, and, you know, so it's okay. I figure if you look at it, like I asked Mila to tell me what these pages were without her saying the tabs, and she said women. So that, you know, as long as you can tell what I was trying to do, then I'm happy with it. This is stars. This one is going to take a while. I have so many star stickers and stuff, but I was just kind of getting tired of doing stars. So this one's going to have to get covered up a little bit more, but for now it's done. And if I ever get an itch, I'll come back. Circles. See, this just seems like so messy to me, but it's all circles. Like this is one big rub-on sheet right here. So I just left that, you know, and then like just all kinds of things from my stash, washi tape, food that's circular. This was white, and it doesn't look very white to me, but Mila couldn't get this one. I mean, they were white things, but she thought it was like a house thing, a house theme I had going on. Flowers. I have seen so many beautiful flower pages when people show their journals. Like it looks like they meant to put them where they put them, and I feel like this is just blah, like flower barf. But they're flowers. Teacups, which I thought I would actually have a hard time filling up, but I think I did pretty darn good. And I still have some put aside that I haven't put in yet. So these are teacups. Washi, this was probably the first page that I did. I did a lot of my mixed media art journaling washi tape over here, and then just started sticking ones that I liked over here. Windows, the windows and doors were hard, and I don't really like how this came out because I kind of envisioned it, you know, just little windows all over the place, but I was having a hard time finding them, so it became just like windows on buildings. So, not a big fan of this page. Receipts, this is pretty easy. Green. What is that? Oh, see, now this was on a spoon, but I covered the spoon, so it's kind of like, what'd you put there? All kinds of different shades of green. Red, I actually had a hard time finding red things. I was surprised. I thought I was going to have a lot. So I've got to fill this up a little bit more. This is books. And I think this page had a couple of books already on it, so I just kind of worked around it. I like that page. Here's the die cuts. With this lady peeking through, I don't know why I put die cuts. Maybe if I had like a theme, but I stuck down ones I knew I was never going to use in my journals or scrapbook pages, and I just think this looks like a mess. So this is die cuts. It was fun finding ones and actually using them. This is black. I'm glad I found this big thing right here. Pink. This kind of throws me off a little bit. It's a paint chip, but I just feel like it looks naked, you know, like I should put something there, but I'm going to leave it because it's pink. I haven't even checked. Can you guys see? Okay. Maybe I should scoot up a little bit. This is Rubons, and it looks messy because there's just a whole bunch of different Rubons. So, but I liked that I got a lot of these down because I have so many Rubons from when I first started scrapbooking. Rubons were like huge. And that was like, I don't know, I started scrapbooking about 18 years ago. So, you know, that was like the thing was Rubons. This is bows, and this was kind of hard. So I feel like it's a big mishmash too because it's not easy to find bows. And I hated kind of using these because I like to use them a lot in my journaling. So, but they're in here and at least they're used. This is fabric. This was probably the second page that I had got done. So I just stuck down fabric. There's some vintage, some new. Watches, again, this was easy because I had just a whole folder full of watches, watch images. And this one is orange. So a few spaces in this I still have to fill up. I think is there something in here? No, this is just an orange envelope I got in an Amy Tan die cut set. So I just put that in there. And frames, I actually like that I found so many different frames. Does this page have frames? Yeah, actually this one had frames. That's what made me think of frames when I saw this page in here. I don't think I tore any pages out of this magazine. Gold, which I was getting tired of finding gold, and I felt like it was just so cheesy because I was grabbing so many of my gold die cuts. I wanted to find gold in like the magazines, and it was hard to do. So, and Mila also helped me with this book, so stuck a lot of stuff down for me. Hearts. This looks kind of like jumbled, but I actually like the way that it came out. I like how I put this one in the middle. I had a heart book that I got to cut up for like journals, and it was just like random, they just showed pictures of random hearts, you know, keyholes and cookie cutters and stuff. So I tore that book up and put a lot of hearts in here. This is makeup. I really like this page, and I think it's because of this lipstick here. I know that nail polish isn't probably necessarily makeup, but I think of it as makeup, so that's why there's nail polish on there. So I like that page. This does say numbers, but this is supposed to be colorful. I think I forgot what I had found, and I think it was these, and I wish that I had somewhere to put it. And so then I thought, you know, I'm gonna do a page about colorful things. So that's what this is. So I have to change the tab there. These are leaves, and I don't really like this page either because I don't think it looks like leaves, especially these right here, but it's a page about leaves. Legs. I had a lot of leg. I don't know what it is with me and legs. I think when I do mixed media and I find like to piece together bodies and I look for legs. I had a lot of these legs already in my stash. So I have legs. We're almost done. Houses. This was hard at first, but then towards the end, I was just like finding them everywhere. Oh, I was like, what is that? That's neat. That wasn't, never mind. It's the way I laid it down. So this is houses. Numbers. This took forever, but then I found a pack of Studio Calico, huge, like vellum numbers, and I'm glad. I like the way that that looks. So this one is pretty much done. If I could stick in little numbers here and there, but did I say letters earlier? I meant numbers if I did. Okay, I love the dog page, but I do not like this. I don't like how I cut this out. First, I wish I didn't even put it in there because I just feel like the way I cut it, is off. It just throws, just like too sharp of, you know, of a cut or something. I don't know. This is my dog. Not my actual dog, but I have a Yorkie that looks just like that. So that's why I had to put that in there. But yeah, so this is the dogs page, which cracks me up that I even have, it cracks me up I even have a dog. But the fact that I have a page about dogs. What? Oh, he's sitting on something. Cameras. Cameras was harder than I thought it would be. So I only found a few, as you could see, from magazines. Gosh, I think that's like maybe one. And I don't even know if that's from magazine. These are all my scrapbooking die cuts because this was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. So I know I have a whole bunch more cameras. I just have to get them out of my die cuts. But this was cameras. This was really hard. I thought it'd be easy for some reason. Stripes. I started just finding clothes with stripes. This set it off, this question mark right here. And then I just started finding stripes wherever I could. So I like that one. Faces. So I was just going to do actual faces, but then it was kind of just like upper body. So I like this one too. There's washi tape in here. All kinds of random faces. What is this? Doors. Yeah, doors is bugging me. So the doors isn't done yet, but we'll get there. Chairs, I think, is one of the ugly pages. Just, it's just random. Maybe it's not supposed to look pretty, but I guess maybe because I've seen so many journals where their pages just look like works of art, and I feel like mine just looks like, yeah, there's a chair, and I just slapped it down. Maybe that's the purpose of how it's supposed to be. It's just a collage of chairs. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I could have picked better places. But it's not like I had a whole pile of chairs. Like I would find one, you know, in a magazine and just open it up and glue it down. So it's not like if I had worked with, you know, a pile of pictures of chairs, maybe I could have orchestrated it better. So anyway, the design of a lot of the pages I feel is just so blah. But again, like, I know there's no rules. Maybe it's just all the journals I looked at looked so much more prettier. This one was hard too, coffee. I thought it would be easier. And then a lot of the times it was like, well, is that a teacup or is that a cup of coffee? So I pretty much filled this up. There's like maybe one here and, you know, something here. But for the most part, I'm glad this one's done because this was blank for a long time. I could not find coffee for nothing. And these are words, so I just cut out words from nothing, no rhyme or reason, just any old word I could find. So I got that one. This was vintage, and I just wanted to do like vintage looking images, actual vintage stuff. Like this is an actual vintage picture. No, it's not. I lied. That's a picture of a vintage picture, but these are vintage right here. These are vintage. This is vintage, so I could probably put a few more things in here, but because of my love of vintage things, I wanted to put a page like that. And then the last page is animals. And again, this is just kind of thrown in, but it was fun. I'm not a cat person, don't get mad at me, but I just never had, I'm allergic to them and I've never had good experiences with them, and I just don't care for cats. And but boy, I have a lot on my page, don't I? So anyways, that's it. And then there's this one, and there we go. So there is mine. It's nice and thick and little things hanging out, and I love it. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. Hopefully I didn't go too slow. And then the next flip through will be, oops, of this puppy right here. So, yeah, I'm having a really good time with this one. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.